What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I got Game 4 of the Ocon Tournament 2016, and this is Day 2. So, the night before, I found out I'm fighting Eric Bemis, and Eric Bemis has this whole Lust-themed Demon Legion army, and I'm just like, holy crap, man, I do not know how to deal with Initiative 10, Movement 10, characters and units. These guys are just like multi-attacks, multi-wounds, and I'm just like, this is a fast army, and I do not do well against fast armies. I'm just like, they're going to get across in table in turn 1. Not only that, but he has a Demon Prince, or whatever it is, that has, like, I believe, like a level 3. And I'm just like, wow, this is going to be tough. That Demon Prince alone is like 700 points. And I'm just like, or 600 or something like that. I don't remember. But I'm like, holy crap. So, he has 2 or demon engines. He has, I'm sorry that I don't got pictures of them close up, but you'll kind of get it later. Oh, I do have some pictures of it close up. Here you go. On the right over here, he has a unit of Furies or Harpies or whatever they're called. In the back, he has a unit of Sirens, but it's a small unit, only 10 of them. And then in the back left, you could see the pink haired in the back left, that's his Demon Prince, which is his spider monkey woman. I don't know what the hell she is, but that's the Demon Prince. She has this huge whip that she just, like, she could move 20 inches and whip like 15 or something like that. So she has a 35-inch, or it might be 34, but it's like a 35 or 34-inch whip range, which does like 2d6 strength 6 hits. That's insane! Holy crap! The big blue guy in the front, that's a demon engine. And then over here on the left side, there's another demon engine. There's 2 demon engines. You can see in the front those little guys with the spider legs. Those are claw fiends or something like that. And then in the back over here on the left side, he has a horde of close to 40 sirens. And then another unit of claw fiends. And yeah, that's just insane. We're gonna go over my list really quick. I do have my unit of 20 forest goblins. I have a on the left, that is Kabuto the Python. He is a level 2 Lore of Wilderness with a book to give him an extra spell, and a Ruby Ring of Ruin, or a Red Ring of Fury or Fire, or whatever it is. So he has 4 spells total. It's a cheap level 4. Anyways, I have a level 2 Goblin, Shaman Baxter. He has Lore of Shadow. He does have the Dispel Scroll. I have my Orc Horde, which is 32 Orc Ed Bashers, which I honestly don't believe the Orc Ed Bashers can handle most of these units. The only thing I can see them handling is the small units of Claw Fiends. But the unit of Sirens this should just go first and just destroy my guys. So I just really don't want to see them get in combat with them, even though I'll line them up right against them. I do have my BSB in that unit. I have Warbosh Dread Irontooth, which is my general. He has 2-up armor, 4-up ward. I have King Koopa. King Koopa has been racking up points this whole tournament. He's just been on fire. I have sorry, you guys are hearing the phone call over here. Anyways, I have the A-Rock. The A-Rock is a Gargantula spider. She has been very consistent and very useful this whole tournament, as well as I feel like I'm missing people. Oh, I have my crossbow orcs. My crossbow orcs, 12 of them. They just basically have crossbows and heavy armor. And I think that might be it. I have some wolf raiders and my git launchers, and that is it. Yes. So let's go over how the table looks. Now the table here is flank attack, but we both have the center defend, or the center attack, whatever. So we both have 15 inches in the center, 9 inches on the side. Like I said in the previous video, in this scenario specifically, we both get an extra dice to our charges, pursuits, and flees. So that's very dangerous when his army is already fast and he could just kind of charge across the table, no problem. I did miss somebody. I missed Longshot. Baron Longshot is sitting on the back there on the brown part of the table. But anyways, so this is kind of how we lined up, and I'm trying to think, like, okay, what is he gonna do? He could kind of charge across turn 1. I put Dread separated from the big groups, and I put him behind the hill just because I want to see where he goes, and I just want to maneuver Dread, A-Rock, and King Koopa. Now, my initial thought process is most of these guys don't have armor. The only ones that have armor are the big demon engines. So my initial thought process is I gotta get launch his general because she's naked, but I'll be able to hit her from pretty much any range. My forest goblins are set to task to kill a good chunk of those sirens. My squigs are set to kill those claw fiends. My orcs are set to kill the other claw fiends or just set up a distraction, and then I really need to throw up a lot of shooting power into his big guys, his big guns, his demon engines. So I was honestly contemplating if I could get launch his general, having Dread and A-Rock kill one of the demon engines, maybe have Koopa kill the other demon engines, but soften them up with the crossbow orcs and soften them up with magic. So that's my plan. Let's see how it works out. I get the Vanguard, of course, and I go ahead and I don't even think I do take the Vanguard. I win the roll off. I drop my army pretty early because I was just like, it doesn't matter if he gets first turn, he'll be my face turn 1. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move up, and I just move the forest goblins up away from the units, kind of because they have their task they have to go for. The wolf riders are gonna Vanguard, and then I also have a scout which is gonna pop up in the back left corner. That's going to be long shot. As you can see, gotta go over our magic. Our magic, he has Wicked Lash, and he has this other one, Mesmeric Allure, and that's it. So he's a level 2. I have Raging Storm, which does absolutely nothing this game, the Beast Within, and Swarm of Insects. Swarm of Insects is very key because even though it's a lot of strength 1 hits, he has a lot of naked guys. Like I said, long shot pops up over here, and this is how it's going to look. We're going to go into turn 1. Turn 1, as you can see, I moved up everybody on the left side here. I moved the Wolf Riders first. I moved Kabuto up there. The building's in the way, so it won't really be an issue. I moved up my Forest Goblins to the left, and I moved up Longshot. We're just out of charge arc of everybody on this side. I move up Koopa and Dread to the right. I kind of keep the A-Rock on the hill. You'll see the hill move a little bit, but we just kind of understood where the hill was, and we were just kind of making sure A-Rock didn't fall down. And we're to go into Magic. Magic got 9 power dice, and I go ahead, or 8 power dice, excuse me. And I throw up 3 dice onto Shadow Miasma. He dispels it. I go ahead and I throw up 1 dice onto Fireball. He lets it go through, and I shoot 3 of the sirens out of the big horde. And that's a good start. I mean, now I'm putting out a disclaimer right now. I do a hell of a lot of wounds to these guys, to everybody on the whole game. All right, and he ward saved like 50% of them. I mean, I know it's a 5 or 6 ward, but he ward saved close to 50% of whatever I threw out. So I probably did wound 6, and he just ward saved 3. So I got like three kills there. I throw up Swarm of Insects, and he dispels that one as well. We're going to go into Shooting Phase. Shooting Phase, the Wolf Riders are going to go ahead and shoot at these guys because they can, and they get 1 wound off. My Crossbow Orcs, they do have range on this guy. They shoot at him, and he ward saves them all. I get like 3 wounds off, and I shoot long shot, and I get like 2 poison hits, and he ward saves them both. Wow. Alright. I shoot the web launcher and at the horde here, and it just misses entirely. And then I go ahead and I shoot the forest goblins, short bows, and I end up killing off 2 sirens. And that was it. That's turn 1. Oh, crap. We're going to go to turn 1. Demon Legions, Lust Legion. He's going to go ahead and charge his Claw Fiends into my Wolf Riders, and I mean that's what they're there for. But you know what? I'm just gonna flee anyway. So I flee. He tries to redirect. He fails the redirect. Oh, no. He charges. I stay. He charges with the horde. I believe I flee with the horde. And when I flee, I go through the building. I lose 1 through the building, and he ends up catching me anyways. And mowing down my unit with. No. How does this work? Yeah, I think he tries to redirect, but he fails with the Claw Fiends, which was the more important one. And since he failed with the Claw Fiends, he's going to he has to charge with them. They're the ones who catch my Wolf Riders, and I think his Sirens just fail charge entirely. His Claw Fiends pop out over here closer to Kabuto, and I'm like, oh shit, this is scary. These guys are fast too. They're movement 10, and so this is how it looks on this side here. with the fail charge and with the connected charge. Over on this side, he starts to set up Dread and Koopa. He moves Koopa. He moves Harpies right in front of Koopa's face just to deal with the Harpies or Furies, whatever they're called. And he's using the Sirens as chaff. Koopa cannot see his Demon Prince because the building's playing Keep Away, and Koopa does have, or not Koopa, Dread has a line of sight of his big demon guys, his demon engines, but they're using the wall as protection. Magic Face, he got 11 power dice. First thing he does, he tries to do like the magic missile into Dread, and I'm just like, no way, not gonna do it. So then he goes ahead and he throws up a spell that lowers initiative and makes you random movement D6 into Koopa, and I don't even let that one go through. I think he failed that one, to be honest. So I got away luckily. And close combat, I believe. Actually, he did charge. He charged into Koopa. I don't know why they're like separate. No. I take it back. He does the magic missile into Koopa. Excuse me. He does the magic missile into Koopa. It gets it off, and he does two. I take it back. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like totally confused here. He's doing shooting phase. Shooting phase. He does the whip. He whips Koopa. Whoosh! And he does 2d6 attacks, which wasn't much. It was like 6 attacks, strength 6, and he does 2 wounds to Koopa. That woman scares the crap out of me, man. A 2d6, strength 6 hits, and this is my most heavily armored character in my whole unit, and she did 2 wounds like nothing. Wow. This guy over here is going to shoot his flame template at the forest goblins, and it just drifts off into the water and kind of dissolves there. And then that is it. That's it for his turn. Holy crap, man. We're going to go to turn 2, Orcs and Goblins. Turn 2, Orcs and Goblins. Koopa's charging into the Furies here. Dread flies behind everybody over here, just kind of getting like rear charges set up. And I'm just, I'm playing a gamble with Dread, but Dread has to kind of do it. And as you can see, everybody's still kind of sitting back like as close to the edge as possible. I'm like, I'm not getting charged by everything right now. So the A-Rock moves up a little bit to get a better tactical advantage. And Kabuto moves out of the charge arc of his, or attempts to move out of the charge arc of his, whatchamacallit, guys? Those, Claw Fiends. I think I got out of the charge arc. Magic Face got 11 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up Raging Storm onto his Demon Engine, and I'm like, I just don't want this guy shooting. And he's like, okay, let's go through. So he's not going to be able to burn the Forest Goblins for a turn or two. I go ahead and I throw up Fireball, and I blow up one of the Claw Fiends here. And then I throw up a couple dice onto Swarm of Insects. He stops it, and then I go ahead and I use Chariot of the Mist, which is a shadow spell, and I grab my unit of Forest Goblins, and I move them, as you can see right here, they're in the charge arc of that giant Demon Engine, so I move them over just outside of the charge arc of the Demon Engine. I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to get shot. Not only that, I move my guys into close range. We're going to start off shooting phase, and I got double tapping Tomahawks coming. Woo! Knock off like holy crap. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Sirens. 11. Holy shit on shooting phase. Holy crap. That's not including his ward saves. Wow. That's insane. We're going to go into shooting with this guy, the A-Rock, the web launcher, and it drifts off, comes this way, ends up hitting the Claw Fiends. I don't even think it does not wound them, but it ends up slowing them down by 1. And then we're to go to Git launchers. I totally forgot to shoot my Git launchers on turn 1, and I'm like, what was I thinking? Because I was going on and on about, like, these guys are going to shoot, these guys are going to shoot, these guys are going to shoot, and then I totally just forgot. I was saving it for the last shot, and I totally forgot. And I'm like, shit. So I shoot both Git launchers at his girl here, and check this out. I got 12 hits. 12 hits, 6 and 6. And I only got 1 wound off, and out of that 1 wound, I believe he ward saved it. Wow. We're going to shoot these guys over here at his woman, and and they end up getting 1 wound off. Holy crap. So the crossbow guys got 1 wound off, and then we're going to go to close combat. I threw Koopa in close combat just because he's safer than getting whipped again in close combat. So he goes ahead and he kills off like 1 or 2, and then the other 2 crumble, and he has 1 left. But he's safe. We're going to go into turn 2 for the Lust Legion here. He's charging, and I don't know if you see this. He's charging his Claw Fiends into my Git Launcher. He could see the front end of the Git Launcher, but he's gonna go ahead and charge into the side. These girls are gonna go ahead and charge in onto my Force Goblins. My Force Goblins do 4 more wounds on a stand and shoot, and he's gonna get in and just destroy my Force Goblins. And as you can see, I kind of made like a flow chart here. They charged around the block, turned to 90 degree, and came into the side flank of my Git Launcher. Not only that, but when they overrun, they're going to overrun right into my squigs. Whew. Alright, these guys moved up right here. His Demon Engine kind of like coming over towards Dread, and that's getting kind of scary there. He moved his Sirens over there in front of the A-Rock on purpose. Magic Phase, he got 5 power dice, and he channeled 1. He goes ahead and does the whip, and I dispel it. Or not this whip. I think it's called like whip something though. But it's his magic spell. I dispel with the dispel scroll. Then he does a couple dice onto the random movement and initiative 0-1. I try to throw my dice to dispel it, but he gets it off anyways and puts it onto Koopa, which changes how Koopa is going to be used in the next turn. He's going to go to shooting phase. Shooting phase. He goes ahead and uses the whip onto my general, and he gets off 1 wound onto my general. Wow. And that's about it. Nobody's really in close combat. Well, Koopa was in close combat, but he kills off that one dude, the one Fury. And this is how it looks. It's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Okay. Now, Koopa could charge those Sirens in the rear, but he has random movement, which is only D6 now, and he can't get close enough. So I go ahead and... Oh, we got close combat over here. My bad. Close combat over here. I guess that was close combat. Close combat over here was Koopa killing the Fury and turning around. But close combat over here, he's just going to destroy my Forest Goblins. I think he killed all of them except for 5, and those 5 are going to run. And I don't even think I killed any on my hits back. So he overruns, and he's facing off at Kabuto over here, and this is just like, his Claw Fiends over here, they end up getting wounded once by the Git Launcher, but they're going to go ahead and, or twice actually. Oh, that's funny. But they're going to overrun right into my squigs like so. And now it's Orcs and Goblins turn 1. Or turn 2. Jesus Christ. This is scary, guys. I don't know. We're going to go ahead and... Who was this? I don't know who's charging here. I don't think I charged the Orc Horde. Like, I contemplated charging the Orc Horde here, but it's just way too far of a charge. I don't know why the marker's here. But I do charge A-Rock downhill into these Sirens. I go ahead and I charge Dread into these Claw Fiends over here, thinking that I could just wipe out a quick 100-point unit. And they both get in like this. After I get into the Claw Fiends, I see both his Demon Engines staring at Dread, and I'm like, shit, I was set up. Oh man, Koopa goes towards the Demonettes, I believe, just to kind of hide behind the building, and I'm not really getting far, and I don't really move anybody else, like so. I move Kabuto out of the line of sight of his Sirens. I move Longshot on the hill. He's just going to shoot whoever. I'm keeping Kabuto and Longshot. Originally, I was going to sacrifice Longshot and just try to take some shots at his general, but I kind of just decided against that because his general is going to just kind of kill whoever she wants to kill anyways. So, Magic Phase got 4 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up a couple dice onto Shadow Miasma. He dispels it. I go ahead and I throw 1 dice onto Swarm of Insects. He dispels it. Git Launcher misfires and cannot shoot for the rest of the game. The other Git Launcher is dead. His general is going to be fine. We're going to shoot over here into his... who did we shoot? It didn't matter. I think we shot at the Demon Engine, but he just ward saved it. So we're going to go to close combat. Close combat, I only kill off 1 of these guys. They stick. They only take 1 more wound from crumbling. And he's going to reform and face off Dread like so, leaving himself enough space to get both his Demon Engines in. Over here, close combat, A-Rock kills off 5 on the first turn. They do 1 wound onto A-Rock, and then he Thunderstomps and kills off a couple more, and I believe, do they blow up? They don't blow up. Yeah, they don't blow up. They stay there for a turn. He has 3 left. That's how it looks. It's going to be Lust turn 3, I believe this is, and here it comes. Oh my God, what a setup. He's charging both his Demon Engines. into Dread. This is just ugly. Oh my god, can Dread hold off? I don't know. He's charging his general into Koopa, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm fleeing. So I flee, and I think I actually get away. These guys over here, they overran into my squigs. We did that combat real quick. We forgot about it. I stuck there on a leadership 5. Stubborn leadership 5, and I stuck there, but I killed off one of his claw fiends. He killed off a couple of my squigs. So he's going to get in here, of course. Double hits. Boom, boom. They can't even fit because they're so big. It's like the battle of the giants, the behemoths, the colossuses. And he fails charge against Koopa, and that's about it. Magic Face, he got 11 power dice. Well, 10 plus the channel. He gets Wicked Lash, and he does it onto Koopa. I let it go through because... Actually, yeah, I think I had to let it go through. He doesn't wound Koopa. He tries to do the initiative 0 on my general. I dispel it. He goes ahead into close combat. He does 2 wounds onto Dread. Dread has 1 wound remaining. Right now I have my choice of going for his giant guys who might be harder to kill. I could go through their armor, but I have to deal with the ward save. Or I could try to kill the little guys, which would be easier to wound. I go for the little guys. I kill them both off. I get like 6 wounds off on them. It lets me win combat. He has a charge, a flank, and then he has 2 wounds. And then I did 6 wounds back. I'm okay. They lose combat by 1, and they're going to stick. And I think one guy took 1 wound from that, actually. Oh my god, I'm still alive. I win combat. I don't lose my strength bonus. And then A-Rock finishes off the whatever they are, the sirens over here. Holy crap! The saving grace right now to this whole thing right now, where his big guys are attacking me. I think we're at the same initiative. One of them is getting a boost because he got a magic spell off, so one of them is initiative 7, and then something else. But the saving grace to it right now is the fact that their weapon skill is 3, and Dread is weapon skill 7, so he needs 5s to hit me, and he doesn't get many hits off. So he keeps missing. And I'm like, oh crap. So we're going to go into this combat over here. This combat over here obviously reformed, and I'm just going to attack and destroy that one Claw Fiend. We're going to go into Orcs and Goblins turn 4. I reform my Orcs to come this way because I see his Sirens coming this way. I charge. This is the biggest charge ever. I charge A-Rock downhill into that to that Demon Engine, and A-Rock gets in. I rallied Koopa, but Koopa can't do much, and I'm just playing, keep away with the other 2 guys behind the whatever they are, the Sirens. Magic Phase, I got 10 power dice. I go ahead and throw up 1 dice on a Fireball, and I just kill off 1 Siren here. I go ahead and I throw up Swarm of Insects, and I go ahead and I get it off. I just shoot the Sirens. I should have shot it at his Demon Prince, but I wasn't thinking. I shot it at the Sirens. I kill 4 Sirens with that one, and then I go ahead and I throw up Beast Within onto the A-Rack with only 2 dice left, and I get double 6s. And I was like, haha, I need 11 or 12 to get this off, and bam, I get a 12, and I'm like, oh shit. So he can't really stop it. A-Rock, it's tough 7 now, strength 6. Over here, there's no real shooting. I don't think I have shooting going on. I'm trying to shoot with a long shot, but it doesn't do much. Close combat, these guys finish off this Claw Fiend over here. His one guy, initiative 7, goes on Dread first. He misses. Like 6 or 7 attacks. He misses. And I'm like, okay, A-Rock goes next. A-Rock picks the guy right in front of him, of course. I throw out 6 wounds, okay, out of 8 attacks. Out of 6 wounds, he ward saved 5 of them. The one he did not ward save, was the multi-jaw, the venomous jaw. The venomous jaw, I roll it, bam, 6. Kills the guy, 1 shot, ate his head off. Holy shit. A-Rock, you son of a bitch. I love you. Holy crap. He attacked my general. He did do one wound that would have killed off my general, and I ward saved it with a 6. Holy crap. My general goes back, attacks this one, does 2 wounds onto this guy, and the dragon goes, Nidhogg goes, does 2 more wounds. He crumbles, and he dies, and they freaking monster mash the monsters. Holy shit. Holy shit. That swung the game big time. He's like, crap. We're going to go into Lust turn forward. I'm just thinking like, oh my god, I dodged a bullet. A-Rock, you son of a bitch, you saved the game. He moves his general over here. He doesn't want to deal with the A-Rock and Dread. He's going to go this way, and he's going to finish off Koopa. He decides to start moving the Sirens over here towards the building because he still has over 25% of his unit here. And he's going to start off shooting phase, or magic phase first. I'm sorry, magic phase, he gets 10 power dice. He does a line template from here to my Orcs, and I dispel it. He goes ahead and he throws up random movement on the A-Rock, and I gotta let that one go. Shooting phase, he's going to whip Koopa, whoosh, kills off Koopa, and he did something else. Oh! Actually, I take it back. That one demon engine's still alive. The demon engine attacks Dread, does 1 wound onto Dread, and I ward save it. Dread ends up finishing off the job here. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And we're going to go to Orcs and Goblins turn 5. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. I don't know why my screen is freezing now. Come on. There we go. I move everybody away from his general. I'm like, I'm scared of that bitch, man. She's going to come this way. I move my crossbow orcs to face off at the general, try to get some shots at her. And I believe I might just move the shaman out of the unit, maybe. I want to say I moved the shaman out of the unit, unless I'm stupid. I decide to move Kabuto. He could see between the crack of Dread and A-Rock to his general. And I do this with a 48-inch range because I just realized the bees could get 48 inches. And so we're going to go into Magic. Magic got 9 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up 3 dice on Shadow Miasma. He stops it. And here we go. I throw up Swarm of Insects onto his general. 48-inch range. I get it off. And it hits her and wounds her 4 times. She has 1 wound remaining. Maybe 2 wound remaining. And he's like, oh shit, that spell has a good range. It doesn't need much to kill me. I go ahead and I use the Wild Hunt onto my general just to move him out of her range more. And I use Chariot of the Mist to move the A-Rock out of her range more. And I did use my Shadow Step to get the Shaman get the fuck out of Dodge. Over here, Longshot ends up shooting, killing off one of the Sirens. I use a Web Launcher. It hits I thought they were in the building. He's like, no, they're not in the building yet. I was like, oh, okay. So I hit the unit. Direct hit. Direct hit. Kills off 4 of them. And now they're at 25%. We're going to go ahead and turn 6 Lust, or turn 5 Lust. He's going to charge into my crossbow orcs. I stand and shoot, try to finish off the job, and he ends up getting in, but this saves him from getting bead. Magic Face, he got 7 power dice. He's going to go ahead and do line template. I don't care. I think he does the other one. Nobody's really close enough to this girl to really matter right now. Close combat, look at her. Look at her in all her naked glory. She's going to go ahead and attack. She kills off 3 of my guys. She thunderstomps, kills off a bunch of them. She overruns, and she overruns off the table. She does it on purpose, too, because she doesn't want to get shot by bees on the last turn. We're going to go to turn 6, Orcs and Goblins. I try some charges into his building here to see if I can finish off some Sirens, and they fail charge. And then I just shoot the building a bit, but it doesn't matter because it's not going to kill off the rest of the unit, rest of the game. And yeah, I try some Magic Phase, got some fireballs, try to blow up the house, doesn't really do much. Basically, that's it. He's going to come back on the table, try a line template once, but it doesn't matter. And yeah, that's the end of the game. Holy crap. I pulled off another max point victory out of my ass on that game. Holy shit. I'm just going straight into MVP. MVP right now to me is both Koopa and Dread. It cannot be one without the other. A-Rock and Dread. A-Rock and Dread. If the A-Rock didn't help out Dread, Dread might have just died. And Dread held his own against both of those demon engines. He couldn't hit Dread with the rolling on 5s. He rolled 12 dice and he got like 2 hits off out of like 12 dice. More than that, because he shot like 3 rounds of combat with one and 2 rounds of combat with the other. So if there's 6 apiece, 6 times 5, that's 30 hits he missed. 28 hits he missed out of 30. Dread held it down, and Ward saved the 2 that he did hit. And A-Rock came and finished off the job and just chomped one head off, and that was just so clutch. Good job, A-Rock. Good job, Dread. They won the game for me. And that's 3 major victories at the Ocon, and that's going to put me at a good spot for the last game. Again, with the paint scores, I'll be able to be pushed up a little bit higher too. So we're going to go. As for the rest of the game, I might have been able to kill off the Demon Prince if I would have just used the Git launchers on turn 1. I totally forgot. I would have probably killed her if I noticed that the B spell was longer range from the beginning. I don't even think it's 48 inches. I think it's like 70. No, is it like 72? Something 72. I forgot which one it was. But yeah, it was just a failure on my part to notice. And it might have not done anything. He might have just stopped it. But the Forest Goblins are getting a huge honorable mention for handling those Sirens. They basically neutralized the Sirens. The Sirens would have been able to kill my Squigs no problem, or they would have been able to kill my Orcs no problems. But the Forest Goblins kind of just put a stop to their tactics, and it really, really paid off. Besides that, Crossbow Orcs didn't do too much. The Git Launcher blew up, and the Squigs handled their own against the Claw Fiends, which was really clutch too, because if he would just blew up that unit, he would have got more points out of me, and then just overran into my Orcs, and then my Orcs would have had a hard time dealing with them for a while, and potentially could have failed. One of the unsung heroes here is actually King Koopa. King Koopa, he distracted that general. She was just whipping him and chasing him and charging at him, and he was just like taking the abuse. Anybody else that she would have hit, any single person else that she would have hit, she would have just destroyed my units, because she's just too fast, too strong. And Koopa was the only guy who had enough armor and enough regen and ward to just stay alive. So Koopa, you're an unsung hero. A-Rock and Dread, you guys are fucking phenomenal. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoy making these. I like hearing your comments and feedback. I will be making the final video. It's me versus Rodrigo. Dread Elves versus Orcs and Goblins on the final round. And that'll be it for Ocon. I'm gonna go ahead and put a army showcase armies that I seen at Ocon. I was actually thinking about it today. Instead of doing it on the final video on video 5, I'm thinking about just doing it at the end, where I have all of the armies, not only from Ocon but from Brawler's Bash as well, and just put them together in one video so you guys could see all the different armies showcased at both venues. So besides that, guys, if you have any comments or feedback, hit me up. If you like my video, hit like and subscribe. And then if you guys feel the need of help donating some money to me so I could buy some batteries and pay for this trip, you can hit the donate button on my YouTube channel. On the right side, there's a support button. Besides that, guys, if you haven't, I don't know. I think I'm just like rambling now, so I'm just going to go ahead and stop the video. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.